Hi, YouTube. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay, not bad today. Got a little laundry and dishes and cleaned my kitchen and that type of stuff done, and um, half of my push ups. So, some on my knees, 25 on my knees, 25 on countertop ones. I'm not going to try the full one yet. I think I know better because of the way I'm just starting to not hurt as bad into day 4 now as I was. Day 2 wasn't bad. Yesterday hurt. That's all I can say. But yeah, I know it's going to make me feel better. So, and I might talk about physical fitness a lot, or maybe too much for some of you, or um, fasting or whatever, but that really is how I've been all my life. I started like pressing weights when I was 9, and like walking on my hands and doing flips, and I mean monkey bars and climbing everything in the rings, them things. I mean, gymnastics will keep you healthy. And if you start when you're little, I mean, yeah, if you're just starting to do some exercise, stretching and walking are two of the biggest things you can do for yourself, you know. So I'm going to light a cigarette and talk about health here, because I'll tell you, this is true. I still run, and I still can run. you know, I had to cut down on my stationary bike because I've cracked my kneecaps from running when I was a kid. But one time when I cracked it, they did put a needle in both of them, but they had to drain one of them. Um, and some people have had like their kneecaps replaced, which is not good. But if you can build muscle around any of your injured spots, you're always better off. So, um, yeah. Anyway, I was listening to Sean Baker, Dr. Baker's. I think I'll put the link to this. It was a good little video, like a 4-minute video on like walking speeds and how much longer people will live if they keep physically fit, and like some 85-year-old that could, now I don't know what a kilometer is in comparison to a mile or whatever. It was like, so like so many kilometers in 15 seconds. So I'm kind of thinking maybe that's like our 50-yard dash. So, in a yard, there's 3 feet in a yard. So, and I used to know the kilometer thing and all that, but I'll just leave a link to his video with this one. And, even if he talks about health, he's, a doctor. And it was funny because he had one troll like, you don't talk about the important things. I'm out of here. It's like, oh yeah, yeah, your horse, your health isn't important. Yeah, what a ding dong. Anyway, it says Sean Baker MD on his channel. That might be the first indication that he's going to talk about health. you know, At least I would assume that would be incorporated in his daily language. So, yeah. And asked what everybody thought about it. And I said, sounds like somebody um, likes eating ding dongs and having a fatty liver. And oh, they said that Sean's company wasn't going to succeed. And I said, despite them wanting us to eat all kinds of garbage, his company will succeed. He's looking for investors, and I know they're going to be just fine because there's a lot of people that know that, and now he's saying, if you can tolerate vegetables, and fruits and that type of thing, eat them. But he's on a carnivore diet. He says none of us actually know the perfect diet. There's no way anybody in the scientific field, there's nobody that's studied like me nutrition. I started at 15. I went to a technical college at 15. I got a waiver from the state and I took some courses, and one of them was a chef class that was incorporated with the best nutrition class around, like in the United States back in those days. So I started out my venture of life real young into nutrition and health and exercise and all that stuff. And I do know what helps. The biggest thing that helps is really having God in my heart and listening to what He's trying to tell me. When He says, don't eat that ding dong, and I eat that ding dong, I pay for it. Your body will let you know. You know what I'm talking about. But there's times, like I say, you can have your pig out days. See, last night I had some chocolate fudge chunk cherry ice cream, and it was good. So, not just for supper. At first, I made Polish kielbasa for Doug and beans. But he didn't eat any because when I was taking a shower, he started eating cheese and crackers, so he was too full. So, but tonight we're just going to have hamburgers, and I think I'll put like salad with it. And I don't know if I'll put it on a bun or just have it alongside my salad. I like that. Or sometimes just hamburgers and pickles and a glass of milk, and that'll be like my meal. I used to eat like cold hamburger and a glass of milk for breakfast when I was doing drywall or something, like really, if I was going to have a horrible day and I knew it, that would be my protein energy I needed for that day, you know. So, which reminds me, I got to get some more multiple vitamins. Try and get a good brand if you can, if you take vitamins. But I would suggest that you do, you know. But yeah, for me, it was really hard because I'm allergic to yellow and red food dyes, and I'm sure everybody is. It's not good for any of us. But to get a vitamin without yellow or red dye on it, look for that because it's really hard to find. I think Nature's Made has one that isn't all full of that garbage. The ones from Walmart, they're so, but they have dye on them, which I have scraped off in the past, just scrape the outer coating of crud off because that's got oil on it and it's got cornstarch in it and food coloring. Now, I don't know if it's natural food coloring or what, and I'm assuming it probably isn't. It's probably more of their toxic waste that they make products out of to sell us for big money. They put it on a little pill. They can get rid of stuff and charge people for it. That's what they do with fluoride. Fluoride comes in all kinds of stuff from China, literally ships fluoride and waste products to the United States. There was places back in the 70s, like, don't quote me, but I'm thinking like Nevada and Georgia and some other states that weren't my state, but eh, I mean, not that that's okay because it's not. I've been to these places. It's like I don't want to run into somebody else's waste product or have it put in whatever I'm using just because our leaders are failing us, you know? They're more than failing us. They're leading us right into, they want to reset. Well, God repented when He made them, so I think God's reset's gonna trump their reset. What do you think? I have a sneaky suspicion. Oh, I saw the cutest meme on Facebook. Had to share it. Could not control myself. Yeah, right. Sounds good, right? But it was good. It said, God first made man and then he had a better idea and made woman. Hey, come on, it's funny. You gotta admit, you know. Or if God was female and she made man, she might have repented. So let's try this different. So they were made mixed and put on this planet to decide who they wanted to be. We can't prove anything, not with any written words or nothing. We can only go on what's in our heart and souls and what we think, you know. Nobody can really prove anything definitively without a shadow of a doubt, you know. Even in a court of law, I mean, they can say this something was proved within a shadow of a doubt, but how could you always be entirely certain of the facts, you know? Well, well, I guess facts would speak if you were directly there, like an eyewitness. Then you would know what you were talking about and it would be definitive. But if the witness is a liar, what do you do then? Whoa, then everything you're doing is based on a lie, like wars. And that's kind of what I was thinking about talking today. How about how many times through my life I have seen gas prices rise and fall and the different reasons for that. It's like, here we go again, you know? And now Biden's saying it's Putin's fault, Russia's fault. Huh? You shut down the freaking pipeline way before the war even started. How could it possibly be somebody else's fault for our lack of production when we were self sustained not more than 2 years ago? Right. So, not opening up some more wells or even drilling more in our country is not a possibility. That's not true because there's all kinds of rigs just sitting, waiting to be allowed the license to start producing again. So this is all contrived, is what I'm saying. Absolutely. Most of the people that are talking with me on my channel and other channels I listen to, we know it's contrived, you know. So, excuse me a moment. Cheers. This was given to me by a friend of mine when his mother died. Um, it was hers, and so he gave it to me, which was really nice because I had known her since I was 15. So yeah, that's nice. And I got a few other like antique type of pieces from her too. Her collection of knickknacks was like crazy. Mine's a bit crazy, but it's well, I'd like to give a lot, and they are worth something. It's like I'd like to, if my granddaughters were closer, I would give them a bunch of stuff, but chip it out to them. I don't know. Maybe when they're older and they have like their own places. So can't really do that with my sons because they're like vagabonds, you know. So yeah, I still can't get over my youngest son talking filthy in front of his grandmother and in front of me, but I know it was meant to hurt me, but and then the grandmother joining in and just like where it's so nasty, it's like they could probably even masturbate in front of each other and not give it a second thought. It's how nasty they are in front of me. And that really hurt me. They knew it would, but I have stopped even allowing any of those posts to get through to me so I don't see it. It's like, yeah. So, and he probably unfollowed me or unfriended me. I haven't looked. That's the way he is. If things don't go his way, then there'll be hell to pay one way or another. It's like, oh, crybaby, whatever. I should have smothered you when you were a little bitch instead of a big one. Well, that's how I'm feeling today. And it just came out of my mouth. I'm not going to take it back. I'm just telling you what I should have done. I would have saved women from getting their heads beat up. Like he literally pounded an eyeball out of a socket of a little woman about 5 feet tall. That type of thing. So he started really kind of going on the defense or attacking me when one of he wanted to get with this girl, but she made a friend out of me first on Facebook and was asking me questions. And I answered as honestly as I could. you know. So I'll warn any woman against my sons. It's like, don't do it. You know, I used to think, oh, yeah, they're going to be okay, and maybe the right woman will help them and guide them, and um, not necessarily so. And if I'm wrong, hey, sons, I can't really call you men. I'll call you of the male gender. Prove me wrong. You can't beat it into me. You can't shame it into me. You can't harass it into me. You can't fear base nothing into me. Um or or what would it be called? Like shame me into anything. There's nothing you can do except step up to the plate with God in your heart and do things like upstanding gentlemen instead of a raving, mad animal lunatic. You act like. And that's a regressed human. So, I mean, this is just me. And I am speaking to my sons here or anybody else that it applies to. If you get urges and you can't control yourself, um, you need to be put in a cage. We have a society, and there's certain ways that we treat people in the world to keep the society from being full of the dark force that wants to control everybody. So I value my freedom, you know, and yeah, there's a good reason. Well, there's cages for people when they don't treat other people well. What do? It's like if you have a baby on the floor and I had to get rid of a dog that was given to me. Somebody owed me money, so they gave me a pit bull. Oh, beautiful dog. Like 100 pound, 90 or 100 pound, brindle, kind of golden in tan and gold eyes. His name was Kroll, Krull, like the movie. Um, Beautiful, beautiful dog, but he was jealous of the baby inside me and literally jumped in the middle of my stomach. Then, about a day after that, he grabbed my youngest son, or my oldest son, by his head and was going to drag him. He was being gentle, but it's like, can't do this. One slip and there goes my kid. So it's the same with people that are way too aggressive or thoughtless, or um, even if you can't prove the criminal act of harassment, it is abusive and it is criminal, not only in the eyes of God, but in our society. It'd be like if somebody kept calling me and were hurting my heart. Could I prove attempted murder? You know? So that's the type of thing I'm talking about today. You know, putting an end to the abuse of people on this planet, putting them in their place, wherever that place may be. And it surely isn't sitting on a throne. Not that type of throne, anyway. So I saw another rather hilarious post because, yeah, I know the zodiac signs very well, and they usually do speak very true. I'm not a soothsayer or a wizard or witch of any type, but astrology and astronomy are real things within the clock that God made. And He speaks of the 12 seats and the 12 positions. That's what they are. Well, anyway, and some of you know that well anyway. But there was one that said, it was a picture of Andorra the witch off of Bewitched, the show. And Andorra was Samantha's mother. So it said, when you're mad at somebody, don't seek revenge, just like wish them to have all their children that are Aries. I thought that was funnier than shit. And all their lovers to be Scorpios. Oh, no. And my sister and my brother-in-law both are, so you might be laughing at that one because you know just what I'm talking about. And for the Aries people, you know what I'm talking about. That's all I'm gonna say. No, it may not be all I'm gonna say. Doug's a cusp. He's Aries and Taurus mixed, which is kind of different. I met one other like that a long time ago, and Doug controls himself far more than this kind of. Maybe not. Nah, they pretty much think they want to do whatever they want to do. Um, well, don't we all? I guess we all do, don't we? Yeah. Guess it just depends. Is it legal or illegal? So, yeah. May all the tyrannical, illegal, criminal people using abusers get exactly what God wants to give them. Today would be nice. So, yeah. Well, like I say, I got 50 more push ups to do. Then I have to go out and feed kitties and get wood in. So, but thought I'd tell you what was on my mind today. Yeah, it's a hard thing to shake when you have your son that you thought you raised to be a gentleman say filthy things in front of you, like for the shock value, but it even goes deeper than that. The filth of it all is so repulsive. I can't get it out of my head. It's like I'm trying to like shake it out, and I'm trying not to think about it, but it's just so it's so nasty that I just can't shake it. It's like a stench got on me, and I can't get rid of it. It's like, wow. And it isn't even my pigsty. It's like somebody brought their pigsty to me, and now I stink. It's like, what? Anyway, yeah, I will put a link to Sean Baker's little study on, or what he was talking about with aging and a walking speed, and or uh, let me know, do you enjoy when I drop a link of somebody else's channel? um I'll put it here for this time, but I mean, if you aren't going to be following, if I put a link, if am I wasting my time? Let me know. you know if you found any value in any of the channels that I've shared, is what I'm saying. you know Otherwise I won't waste my time. I know some people watch me because well, there's a few from way back, and God put us in each other's lives, I think, for a reason. So that's probably the biggest reason, I would say. And or you're new here and you have no idea what I am all about. And if you look at the titles of my videos, it'll give you some idea, just the titles alone. Um, Everything and anything, what's going on in the world. So what's going on today is I am so sick of filthy people. I just cannot stand it anymore. I just can't. I hate it. I hate their stupid talking. I hate their lack of lackluster. Yeah, their lack of shine. It's like, yeah, put some makeup on and be shiny, or buy some new cowboy boots to walk around in the city. And no offense, I mean, I'm just saying how I feel, you know. And then come around a working person and try and impress me. It's like, get out of here, take it somewhere. You know, I'm not nothing about getting dressed up and feeling pretty or put makeup on. That's really not what I'm trying to say. There's kind of a, it's like too much, just too much of this shit. Enough. Too much fake fucking shit on this planet. It's all fake. Reset this. Unbelievable. Yes, if I can help God give them a great reset, well, I wouldn't say exactly what I do today, because it was just not going to come out very nice right there. So I'll leave it on that. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Would you? Thank you. Leave a comment. Let me know if you enjoy the links I share. Um, I find value in them, and that's why I do that. So um, you don't have to be exactly like me, but I hope we like each other and are alike in those respects. So, like taking care of our health and being able to run when we're, like, I'm 64. Want to race? I'll race you. I don't even care if you win. Like hell. I do care. I'm going to try to beat you, no matter what. So that's just me. That's competitive, yeah. What? There's another thing before I go. This whole world's like, oh, you always got to be positive, and if you're competitive, like that's a bad thing, or what? Things are a little twisted. No, whatever. I'm positive and negative all at the same time in this world the way it is. When they quit with their negative crap, I'll quit with my negative comebacks. How's that? Sounds like a plan. Okay, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Have a really beautiful night or day wherever you're at. God bless you and your close ones, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.